Hey there, supersize your business with the SOAP framework. We're going to go over the SOAP framework this week just to learn a new tool and use a tool that served me and the people that I work with extremely well over the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, in 2020 with the pandemic and all the craziness around that, I came up with this. Okay, what's my process for dealing with challenges and change and things that are absolutely positively outside my control? And I identified a 4-step process that I use pretty much automatically. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I formalize this and give it a name and actually install it in my subconscious so it works all the time, whether I'm consciously aware of it or not, to give me better results. And I came up with SOAP for the SOAP framework, which seemed so appropriate during the pandemic when we were washing and sanitizing absolutely everything. Remember, we got the grocery bags and you'd sanitize the bags before you bring them in the house. It was, the things that we did because we thought we had to do them. As I look back now, I realize how ridiculous and foolish they were and how controlling. And I will not fall for that nonsense again, as I hope millions and billions of other people on the planet won't. So today, the first step of the SOAP process, or this, I call it SOAP framework, is story. Well, what does story have to do with anything? Yesterday, we thought about what's our biggest challenge right now in business. And mine, I decided, is I need a rebrand. I need, my personal brand needs an absolute positive overhaul and update. And so what am I going to do about that? I'm going to ask myself, what is my current story, my current situation, and then what do I want it to be? What's my desire from a personal brand? So what's my current personal brand? There really is none, which for somebody who purports and tells everybody else to create one, why the heck is mine just morphed into nothing? And I have reasons for that, which I will explore today as I'm thinking about what my current story is. And mostly reasons are excuses, right? Reasons are excuses that for whatever reason at the time I use them to put off choosing and actually formalizing my personal brand. And then what's my desired state? I'll visualize that and think about what do I want my personal brand to be? How do I want to show up in the world versus just showing up any which way every day, which is pretty much what I do right now. So what's your current challenge? Ask yourself today, what story am I telling myself about my current challenge? And then dive into, well, what's the root cause of that challenge? Because that's what we want to address. Just like with problem solving, we want to get down to the root and the heart of the matter, not just deal with the surface symptoms. It's so natural to do that we have to really consciously remind ourselves to, okay, dig deeper. I do that with the 7 Why exercise. Well, why is this important? Why do I think that? Why do I believe that? Why am I giving those reasons as excuses for not updating my personal brand or creating a dynamic personal brand or a brand that represents me and just letting it, be out in the ether? What got me to really realize that that's my biggest challenge right now was I asked, somebody had posted on Facebook and an AI family picture thing, asked ChatGPT to draw a picture of, based on everything it knows about you. And I got back, we don't know enough about you, which I don't use ChatGPT, so that might be part of why it didn't work. But since it didn't work for me, that was a real eye-opener that maybe it's time to really tweak up and do what I say, and teach other people to do and do it actually for myself now, because I'm in a very different position now than I was when I first came online. So that is our topic for today. Any questions about this? Hit me up. Pretty easy to say, okay, what's going on in my life with respect to this challenge area right now? What do I think the root cause of it is? And then what do I want it to be? What do I want this situation to be? I think there's only a few weeks left in the year, but I honestly think I can hone up and create and identify my personal brand by the end of the year. Maybe that's a very ambitious short-term expectation, but I think I can make it happen. All right, that's it. Any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow, and we will talk about the O in this SOAP framework, because creating our 2 stories, the current and desired story, forms this gap and this tension between where we are and where we want to be. We're not just going to leave that a vacuum. We're going to start filling it with the things that we need to do and the information we need to go from where we are to where we want to be, to actually achieve the thing that we want or overcome our biggest challenge. All right, any questions, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.